Alright, we're going to get some unusual footage today. We're going to get a crippled dog in its homemade wagon that enables it to have more mobility. It's going to be a heartwarming stories. Can't wait. It might have been something, he worked with prosthetics or dentistry or something, and he was able to create him such a little cart. We had an older pug, and he was in pretty bad shape, or she was in pretty bad shape, and we thought about the same, you know. I mean, it's doable. I like to tinker. I like your design with the padding and stuff, though.
Yeah, I actually, come here, Jay.
And that's really, man, that's more sturdy than what I saw, too. What they had was pretty small.
Yeah, I actually bought this one.
Right?
And it was $300 what I paid for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of money, but at the time I didn't have time to try to make it or anything.
Man, my dog is family. You know what I'm saying? If something happens to them, it happens to me. I'd do anything I would for my kids. I'd probably do for my animals.
Well, I guarantee you, he spent more money had more money spent on him than most kids have.
I hear you. Well, and overall, look at the exercise in his upper body and everything. The whole thing's going to keep him healthier by far, man.
He loves life. He don't know he's paralyzed. He put his wheels on and he's gone.
We all got our impairments, but you know what? We can all love life too.
That's right.
He's something else, man. He is.
And he can't pee on his own or can't poop on his own, but we expressing, and
year old, and when we got him, he was the people were really not wanting to keep him anymore. The younger son had got him, and he'd grown up and moved away, and the mother was not happy with the dog. She's fixing to put it in the pound, and we got him before they took him to the pound. And that leg is pretty bad, but it don't hurt him, and he walks funny.
Well, the reason you never see any dogs in wheelchairs like that is because, number one, usually the owner can't afford to do what we done.
Right.
And number two, they always put them to sleep.
Yes.
When they get paralyzed in their back. And,
yep.
And, that wasn't something we could
Man,
do.
I love this. I haven't seen this for a viable alternative for a big dog, but it could easily be adapted, man.
Oh, no, they had Eddie's wheels.
Yep.
Just Google Eddie's wheels.
Eddie's wheels.
And they got them for as big of a dog as you got.
All right, go Eddie's wheels.
Same thing.
I just like that's a good start. The first ones I ever seen, man. The doctor designed it, and it done a real good job. But it was it's a little complicated. That's streamlined. It got good basic materials, but it got good solid materials. I'm thinking some of that's titanium or
no,
just aluminum. Yeah.
But
it's a good quality grade that's not going to wear anytime soon.
Yeah.
Good sturdy build, man. I like it.
So you find this battery there and you just put a little pressure on it.
Cool. I only learned a few years ago about the scent glands. I saw something on TV on Nastiest Jobs or Dirtiest Jobs.
Oh, is anal glands?
Yes, man. I didn't even know. And they say it's really important too, man.
Yep.
There's a vet over here in Athens now. It's like he's doing stuff based on, it's a clinic. And he's doing stuff based on people's ability to pay or whatever. He does a little background. Man, he's been so cool with us. I wish I had some more to give to him than I do or have. He's let us off a hook, man. Our little pug had a cyst on his hip come up, and he took it off, and it finally ruptured. We'd left it there for a long time because, I don't have money to give a dog chemo or something.
Right.
If it's like that, it's just going to be, how it is. But he had that cyst and it started leaking, so we got the doctor to take it off, sew him up, clean him up real good for $100.
Really?
For $100, and I make pretty decent money. You know what I'm saying? I work in Electric Corporation in Chattanooga. I'm a spray painter in a spray booth, and for this area, I make real good. And it just, I don't know. He's just a nice guy. We give him some stethoscopes and stuff like that me and my wife had, and he's just like, bam, he's so nice.
Whenever he went paralyzed, we took him to UT. Had back surgery, everything done on him.
Awesome. People don't know the advantages of that college up there, man. They'll do anything for you. They'll run your soil samples or...
Yeah, but they charged me on my leg.
You're kidding me.
right at $4,000.
Oh man, I didn't even know. I've heard a lot of stuff
Yeah, it
that
ain't
they'll
donated.
right.
Come on.
He's stout in the front. He's thick in the front too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's muscular.
I've got a steep driveway about 400 foot long, and he walks straight up it like it ain't nothing.
My wife said, man, my wife is active in all these societies, rescue society stuff, because, well, pit bulls right now are being given a terrible rap. In Britain, they're just going through and randomly measuring heads, and if the head exceeds the measurement, they take the dog, and then there's been a bunch of them got euthanized already. And they've been running lists on Facebook and stuff like that to sign an objection to it and everything, and it's starting to get a little notice. But they took the most noted case was a doctor's dog that he had raised it since a pup, and it was a big old huge pit that you would be scared, you know, just to run across him. But they'd had it since as a baby, and they'd raised it as such a part of the family. It's very well behaved, and they never had one single incident of violence or anything else.
I mean, they're taking them and putting them to sleep in the pound or what?
Yes, yeah. I mean, the government said the local pet authorities are seizing them, and it's just if you kept your dog inside all the time, you might get away with it. It's not like they're going house to house.
Well, I mean, they can't take somebody's pet from them and do that, right?
Right. Well, I mean, this
They
was
wasn't
just
doing
in.
that, was they? They was just doing that in the pound.
Well, this was in Britain, and it was
Oh.
basically any dog. See, somehow this doctor came in contact with the police, like they wanted to search some papers on him, and they pulled up there, and there's this monstrous pit bull come running up there. You know, he's just a big baby, and they were terrified of it, and so they come back with the dog people, measured its head, and it's a family pet. They measured its head and exceeded the measurement, so they took it into custody, and I guess you have to go through a court hearing or whatever they do over there, a magistrate hearing or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was ruled, you know, and they're saying it's going to be a hardline rule that if they find an animal, a dog, a canine, that exceeds certain proportions, that it will have to be euthanized. And that's wrong, man. That's just so wrong.
Yeah.
And to take those people's pet. There's been so many tragic cases here lately about dogs, man. We really follow that stuff. You can tell I'm a fan. Right over here in Cookeville, Tennessee, deputy sheriff shot one coming out of SUV, and it was a family on vacation whom she had left her purse on top of the SUV they drove off, and a bunch of stuff flew out of it. And so there happened to be, by some strange coincidence, there had been a robbery in the area that very, like hour. So the police see a car that's got papers trailing off of it and a purse on top of it. They just, said, hey, this could be it. And so they pulled him over. And it's a man, his wife, two little girls in the pit. And the pit jumped out, no angry body posture. He's wagging his tail, and he's just like, hey, everybody, I'm here, But he went toward that cop, and that cop got scared and said, "Dow." And, man, they didn't even discipline that guy. I mean, he pulled his weapon. You know what I'm saying? They should at least, I'll get started. They should at least do an investigation or something. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. That's true.
Dogs always been a great part of my life. I was raised up on what they call Buck's Pocket down on lower end Tennessee, Georgia. And when we moved out there, man, there's like our house and one other in the subdivision. So I played by myself a lot when I was a kid. And, man, my dogs were my best friends. I mean, truthfully, my best friends. They give a lot of love and don't really ask nothing in return. Hey, I appreciate you letting me get the pictures. God bless y'all, and I thank you very much, man. I'm glad to see somebody taking so good care of him. He's healthy.